Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we will understand about what happen when you will intake the carbohydrate, the refined sugar, even the complex carbohydrate, and we will also understand about what is the side effect about that if you will intake the refined sugar. So on the daily basis. So basically, whenever you will eat the sugar, it will spike the insulin. So in this way, it will spike the insulin. Insulin is the anabolic hormone, remember, which that allow to move the nutrients like amino acid and the protein. On the other hand, the amino acid and the sugar as well as the fat, which that move into the cell due to the spike of the insulin. So whenever you will intake more sugar, which that our digestive system produce a GIP. This GIP will basically give the signal to the pancreas to release the insulin, and in this way the already glucose present in your blood circulatory system will drain into the tissue before the digestion of the food, and in this way the basically the recently digestion will not absorb even, so the already nutrient are present in the blood which that move into the cell. That is why you will feel the fuzzy and you will feel basically relax and digest and rest. And in this way basically you should prevent these things, and in this way basically you should don't consume the carbohydrate too much. Whenever you will consume the carbohydrate in the form of snacking or in the form of 3-time meal, so in this way the spike of the insulin will lead to damage your basically whole body. How it can be possible? Let's understand about that. Basically, when spike again and again the insulin due to the high carbohydrate, so on the daily basis, which that will lead to damage the insulin receptor. In this way, the insulin receptor will damage, so that not properly move the nutrient into the muscle and into the liver. So in this way, it will not function, and in this way, the blood glucose level will be spiked due to the insulin resistance. This is known as the insulin resistance due to the damage of the insulin receptor due to the over consumption of the insulin receptor due to the insulin spike. And in this way the insulin cascade of phosphorylation, and the insulin will lead to activate the GLUT4 channel which that not work properly, and in this way the insulin resistance will occur. But in this case also the obesity will occur due to the extra glucose which that is not required in the muscle, not required in the brain, not required in the liver, because liver store maximum 100 gram glucose, the carbohydrate, in the form of glycogen, while the other which that use for the muscle glycogen, but the extra glucose will enter into the adipose tissue, lead to increase the obesity, and the obesity increase the inflammation, and that inflammation also damage the insulin receptor even, and in this way the insulin resistance will occur, will lead to cause type 2 diabetes mellitus. So important thing you should need to understand, the exercise daily improve the insulin resistance. So basically you should prevent the eating of the carbohydrate for simple to maintain your health. So basically carbohydrates spike the insulin. Whenever you will intake the carbohydrate, which that will lead to damage your body. So remember that things in the form of refined sugar, in the form of GMO food like the fruits, and in the form of the complex carbohydrate. So you should don't intake, but you should, if you are eating the whey protein or the protein powder, which that contain amino acid. But remember about that things. Basically the amino acid, the whey protein and the casein protein, which that basically not dangerous as compared to the carbohydrate. Why? Because the protein contain less calorie as compared to the glucose. In this way the protein basically is the building block of the whole body. In this way all health and increase the muscle mass due to the protein intake. So if you are hard working, if you are going to the gym and working hard, so you require the whey protein powder for spike the insulin, but these amino acid which that use for the synthesis of the muscle, synthesis of the myosatellite cell, and in this synthesis of the muscle fiber and activation of the myosatellite cell. Even the whey protein also spike the growth hormone, because the whey protein not spike too much insulin, and in this way the whey protein basically work very well. So important thing you should need to understand, basically the whey protein not spike too much insulin as compared to the carbohydrates, because the carbohydrate is the primary source for spike the full insulin, and in this way the insulin spike again and again will lead to cause insulin resistance, and in this way this will lead to cause type 2 diabetes mellitus. I hope you make sense about that. Whenever you will intake the carbohydrate, and in this way the gradually you will collapse with a certain type of disease like the fatty liver, because the our consumption of the fructose in the form of the fruits. So in this way the your liver store the 60 to 70 grams 60 to 70 grams sugar in the form of fructose to convert glycogen, and the extra fructose which that stored in the form of fat in the adipose tissue will lead to cause insulin resistance due to the inflammation, the low degree inflammation due to the obesity, and in this way this low degree inflammation continuously will lead to damage the insulin receptor, will lead to cause insulin resistance, and in this way that this insulin resistance will lead to cause type 2 diabetes mellitus. I hope you make sense about that. If you like my video, please make sure to subscribe, like and share. See you in the next video. For this time, bye. Allah Hafiz.